Have you ever felt stuck in a negative thought cycle and you just felt like you couldn't get out of it? If you struggling or you going through this, make sure you watch this video. Hey, what's good? It's your boy James Watts, tuning back in with another video, man. Hope everybody been good. Hope everybody been out there, been hustling, man, doing what y'all do. Take care of yourselves and whatnot. One thing I want to talk about today is being stuck in that negative thought pattern. I know that we all go through moments in our lives to where we may feel as if stuff is not probably working out as we envision it, or you might be going through something in your life right now to the point to where you feel like you don't know where to go. You feel like you don't know who to talk to, or kind of going through stuff in your head to where you know that you got what it takes, like you know you can do it, but it's kind of like you are so familiar to thinking in a certain negative thought process that it kind of consumes you and it kind of becomes your identity. And why I want to talk about that today is because like sometimes we can go through that. Sometimes we can go through moments in our lives to where we feel like nothing is coming up to par to what we want, or we may feel as if stuff is kind of happening on our time, but it's not happening at the time that we really expected, or it's stuff that we may make a mistake or something might go wrong, and we might go rolling ourselves to the point to where like we just get stuck in this negative thought pattern, this negative loop cycle, and you just feel like that you keep ruminating the same thoughts so much that you can't even get out of it. You just feel like you're just stuck in the prison inside of your mind. Why I want to talk about that today is because it's real. Like it's a real thing. I mean, like sometimes, I can go through it. Sometimes, other people go through it, but I'm just going to give you different tips on how to combat that, and like how to think more positively about yourself, and not only think more positively about yourself, but on how to think more positive about the world, about the situation you're in, about you pursuing this or pursuing a certain thing, and you kind of losing motivation. You kind of don't feel as if like it's not going your way. First of all, I just want to tell you that we are on God's timing. Again, like I said, it's not like most things we just got to develop through. Most things we just got to learn. We got to figure it out. We got to ask questions. We got to consume ourselves within the process. We got to figure out, okay, what are some other ways to be able to go down this route that I want to go down and still be able to get to where I want to get to. And if it's some hard stuff that comes to the way of that, if it's adversity, okay, how can we figure it out? So always being solution based. That's what allowed me to be able to get out of that negative loop cycle, especially more consistently, I say. Is just figuring out, okay, what are the things that are priority? In life, we kind of can come home, we kind of can get on the video game, we can play the video game, or we can kind of get on our phones and look at our feeds for hours and hours. And, we're not getting nowhere, and it's kind of feel unproductive, but we feel like we're doing something productive. Well, just to transform that towards the mind perspective, it's really just all about putting your priorities in front of you. Like, what are things that you actually want in your life, that you want to accomplish? The more energy you put into a certain thing, a certain object, the more energy you're going to get out of it, whether it's positive and negative, and the more attention you give it to. So, like, the more attention you give something, the more energy you give to it, the more it's going to project itself back on you. And just to transform this or transmute this in terms of the thought perspective, you got to be able to know that we are human beings that can create our own reality, and we can do it unconsciously knowing. But with the conscious of knowing that we can do that we are capable, we can be able to manifest anything we want. And why I want to talk about, the thought patterns is because not only do you worry about the priorities and worry about the stuff that's important, that's going to keep you in the present moment, that's going to allow you to stay productive at all times. But the second thing is stuff that you watch. It's a lot of stuff that we don't take account for, that we kind of watch, that we kind of give our attention to on a daily basis, that we may not be consciously aware of. And also we can, food, this might be crazy, but like the certain foods that you eat and stuff like that has, certain vibrations and stuff to it that can bring you low, that can bring you high, that can give you energy, that cannot give you so much energy. So it's not only about the mental, man. The mental connects with the spiritual and the physical. So the more you meditate, the more you journal, the more you pour out your soul and your spirit into your notebook or into anything that you like to do in terms of meditation and whatnot, you are helping your spiritual well-being. Now, to transform that to the physical realm, like towards the physical side of this, to get you out of those loop cycles, is exercise. The more you exercise, the more like you can be able to not give off like, that dopamine and whatnot. That's inside of all of our bodies, but just being able to keep your energy level on the high and being able to work out every day daily and being able to give yourself a routine is what's is what's important, because that gives you clarity just by you working out. Like when I work out every day, when I'm like in the gym working out, getting those extra hours in, after practice or whatnot, just being able to like clear my mind, being able to do what I love to do, being able to be productive, and being able to use whatever hobby that you like and being able to use that to the maximum productivity. That's what's going to allow your mind to be more present and be more alert and to be able to gain more clarity, so you can be able to detoxify yourself from the negative thought patterns that you may have in your life at this certain moment. So just being able to use those tools, man, like I feel like that's very important for your emotional intelligence, for everything, for you to be able to be your best self on an everyday basis, whether you're an athlete, whether you're a businessman, anybody that's watching this video right now. Like what you pay attention to matters, whether it's on your phone, that matters. Like what you give yourself to matters. Like that's why I say carve out like 45 minutes, 30 minutes, or even 10 minutes. Like just start off just to create momentum to even make that daily habit better. Start off small. Don't ever start big with habits, because most of the time when we go from one habit to another habit and when we trying to fix that like in a couple weeks and we trying to lock in on that, if you start big from the jump, then like it's just gonna allow you to backslide and just gonna allow you to revert back. But if you just like start slow, like those atomic type of habits, if you just start slow and just start with small things first and congratulate yourself with those small things that you accomplish and just keep on building every day, you can be able to, okay, bet I'm gonna journal for 5 minutes, then I'm gonna meditate for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna do this every day of the week. All right, bet. Now, 2 months later, 3 months later, you're going from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, 10 minutes to 15 minutes, and whatever that's comfortable for you. And because everybody, everybody is different, but like whatever is comfortable for you, that's what you got to do on a daily basis, just to detoxify yourself from the external world and for you to be able to look inwards and to be able to fix whatever you need to fix. Like I go through this every day myself, especially me rehabbing and going through this injury right now. I definitely journal, I meditate, I do all type of things to just like keep my well-being good. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my body. I do a lot of things to be able to take care of this up here, because when you take care of your body, you take care of your mind as well. So those are things, man. Journal, meditation. Make sure that you got stuff in order. That's your priorities, because the more, the more energy you put into your priorities, the more you can be able to maximize your space and your craft and the stuff around you, and the more clarity that you gain. And also the fourth thing I said too is being able to eat, man. Like being able to eat better for yourself, being able to eat better foods, and just being able to just being able to give your body those right nutrients so that you can be able to perform at your high level, or not even to be an athlete and perform at your high level, but you can be able to increase better brain function and just a lot of things just by eating right. And just by eating right, man, can cure a lot of stuff like emotional stress, anxiety, depression, whatever, all those things, all those mental negative spaces that creates those loop cycles in your life that continue to allow you to ruminate on different thoughts and, over and over and over again, man. Just make sure that you create a routine for yourself, a healthy routine, and make sure that you build that up as much as possible. Because the more you build like the self-love stuff, like the more you build yourself up, like I'm just learning that myself, the more you build yourself up, and like the more you focus on watering your grass every day, the more you're gonna be able to get the best out of you. So, and that's gonna stop all the negative thoughts and like all the negative cycles that come with it too, man. So, make sure y'all start small and just continue to grow every day, man. Because I'm growing every day. So, I just want to make sure everybody watching my page continue to grow, man. Shout out to everybody that's been watching my videos, man. It's James Wise and tuning out. Peace.